UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 75, Vettori versus Cannonier just took place, and I don't feel well at all today. So, sorry if this video is out a bit late. But I'm going to do a full card recap. I got to. It was a messy card, kind of, but decently good, I guess. But I say that for every card. We'll start with the early prelim opener of Benesis Bakauskas versus Zach Pauga, or Pogwa, whatever his name is. He probably won't be in the UFC anymore after this. And Benesis Bakauskas won a 29-28 decision on 2 scorecards and a 30-27 on the other. I think round 2 should win Pauga. But round 3 is Bakauskas. We can't lie. Round 2 is Pauga. Comes down to the first. And this was controversial either way. It's one of those fights where it's just either way. But, I think that, sorry if the sniffles are in this video. I think that Bakauskas won the round. He was winning overall, landing good shots on freaking Pauga. Pauga kind of dropped him at the end, but it was off-balanced. 30-27 is just pre-rigged. I was about to say pre-rigged. I mean, that's not wrong, but pre-written for Benesis Bakauskas, but he won. We move on. Up the card, Ronnie Lawrence versus Daniel Argueta. That's his name, apparently. It looks like it's Argueta, but it's Argueta with a U. Good stuff, UFC. He was winning. Daniel Argueta. Dude, you should have. Why do you have a U in your name? That makes no sense. But yeah, he was ragdolling Ronnie Lawrence. Like, I thought it'd be opposite. Argueta getting out grappled. But man, he looked good. This is basically a win-lose situation. But instead, Lawrence kind of won this. And Argueta lost. Argueta had the guillotine. But the referee screwed it up for him. And he lost the fight. He didn't lose the fight. It was a no contest. Lawrence, you are lucky, man. Lucky Lawrence, we should call him. Man, he is lucky, man. Because other referees probably would have just said, you know what? Our bad of a referee stoppage right there. Let's just give Argueta the win. And Argueta had a great guillotine, had different angles on it. And listen, Lawrence, the referee, oh my god, bro. I'll be honest, the referee, let's be real, Lawrence was going to tap. If the referee just stayed back for a few more seconds, Lawrence taps. But instead, the referee stepped in. Sucks for Argueta. Kind of good for Lawrence. We move on, up the card. Teresa Beletta versus Gabriela Fernandez. Fernandez is a decent, okay striker, mediocre at best, here and there. She's a decent striker with no takedown defense, and I said, Beletta didn't look good on the feet as I thought she would, because she did do alright against Natalia Silva. Out of everyone, out of everyone Natalia Silva has fought, she has put more of a fight up than the others, like freaking, what's her name? I forgot her. Victoria Leonardo. And Jasmine Judovicius, who's now ranked. But she just went out there and straight up out-grappled Gabriela Fernandez. On the feet, it was pretty even. Maybe Fernandez gained the better of it. But it's just the grappling that was just the big difference. Fernandez has no takedown defense. She's too small. And to be honest, I mean, I don't even care about women's divisions. But she honestly should go down to strawweight. That's something to say. Go down to strawweight. Tougher division to become a champion. But get a few wins together. She might get cut though, so who cares. But good win from Beletta. We move on. Carlos Hernandez. This will be a good one to talk about. Hernandez versus Dennis Bondar. Hernandez overall just winning the fight. You know, he was winning the fight. Looking good, Hernandez. I picked him to win this one at the end of the day, and he got the win here. But it was just overall winning, and then he landed shots on Bondar, and at the end of the fight, I know people want me to talk about this. At the end of the fight, just slammed a Bondar, but then had his head clashed into it. It was the worst situation for Bondar. Terrible, because he got slammed right on his head. Honestly, could be out cold from there. But I don't think he was out cold. I think it was a head clash afterwards. that laid Bondar out cold. And then elbows, 7 elbows. The referee tonight, terrible. I think that was Keith Peterson. Keith Peterson made lots of bad calls. I know he made a bad call in Lawrence versus Argueta, but I think it was a different referee. Jaron Villel, I do believe. Oh, I can look at the referees right here. Jaron Villel, yeah, Hernandez versus Bondar. Yeah. That's the bad calls he made. What did Keith Peterson do? Flick Costa, okay. His was not bad, but late stoppage a bit in the Armin fight, though. But good stuff from Hernandez. He won. Should have arguably... This is like Open St. Preux, Dominic Reyes. But this was worse. Like, Bondar was out cold. Yeah. But, you know, they called it a decision at the end of the day because it was a slam. But then a headbutt. It was just... Yeah, whatever. Sucks for Hernandez. We saw what happened, though. We move on up the card. Kyung Ho Kang versus Christian Quinones. Yeah. Embarrassing for Quinones. He looked bad. Caught Kyung Ho Kang. I picked him to win this one, Quinones, and he looked terrible. Like, he just left himself wide open. And Kyung Ho Kang caught him. Good stuff from Kyung Ho Kang. Hopefully he gets on that Singapore card. The Holloway TKZ card, if I'm him. Go on that card. His last fight was in Singapore. You know? For a pay-per-view. So why not go there for this one? He took no damage, really. But then he got the win. Rear naked choke in. Quinones is so bad. Khalid Taha is worse in hindsight. But good stuff from Kyung Ho Kang. We move on. Up the card. Alessandro Costa versus Jimmy Flick. It's just... This was kind of like a Kron Gracie Charles Jourdain. Except Jourdain took it to a decision. It's just like Flick is just not a good striker. But he can't get the takedowns originally as well. And he kind of just plods forward and does nothing. And good stuff from Costa. This was one of my locks on the card because Jimmy Flick isn't good. So good stuff from Alessandro Costa. Very good win. Maybe do him versus Carlos Hernandez next. Wouldn't mind that. But Alessandro was just chewing up his legs. That was a big key factor in this fight. Yeah, good stuff from Alessandro Costa. We move on. Nicholas Dalby versus Muslim Salikov. Muslim Salikov. I'm never picking him again. I'm not picking him ever again. He is not good. Andre Fialho, man. I can't believe I had hope in that guy. Man, Muslim Salikov could be winning round 1, but gets head kicked at the end, kind of hurt and dropped. So, I know Muslim was just clearly winning that round. I know people make a great example for this is Marlon Vera versus Dominic Cruz. That's a great example where Vera drops him in a round, but he's clearly losing it and outstruck everything. But I think knockdowns are a huge factor. So I think Dalby honestly could win round 1 and steal it. Round 2. And now it's not like Muslim Salikov dropped him back or anything before that. Round 2. Muslim Salikov just completely gassed himself out at Dalby. Good performance. Good win from Dalby. Won the second round. Won the third round. Looked really good in this fight, Nicholas Dalby, but he'll never be anything. He does have a win over Daniel Rodriguez, though. Which I know Rodriguez now is kind of not looking the best, but he's still a outside the rankings type of guy. He still has a win, technically, over Li Jingliang. So, he is not bad. He was ranked, but Gary stole that from him. Ian Gary stole it from him. So, good stuff from Nicholas Dalby. Good stuff. Maybe they can go back to Denmark. Again, maybe. But Jack Manson's looking bad. I don't know where he's been, but good stuff from Nicholas Dalby. We move on. Manuel Torres versus Nicholas Mata. Beautiful elbow. Straight on Mata's chin. Laid him out cold. Good stuff from Manuel Torres. Very good stuff. I said he'd win this one. And he won. Good stuff from Manuel Torres. Mata just leaves himself open. And he caught him with a beautiful elbow right on the... Not even the chin or forehead or like not anything. Just on the nose where it just compacts right in his face. Bang. Down and out. Good stuff from Manuel Torres. Got a bonus for that as well. So good stuff. Costa and Cannonier. Vettori was fight of the night. I'll get to that in a second. Good stuff though. We move on. Pat Sabatini versus Lucas Almeida. Good stuff from Pat Sabatini. I did not expect this from him, because he got KO'd by Damon Jackson. You know? Got KO'd by Damon Jackson. On the feet. He got KO'd by Damon Jackson. And I expected Lucas Almeida's scrappiness to pull through and get the job done. But no. But he just has no takedown defense. And Pat Sabatini, he's a really good fighter, man. The stand-up we don't know yet, but this is the best performance he's ever had. Got the finish. Good stuff from Pat Sabatini. If he just works on that stand-up, though, he could be a real threat in that division. But I think some people could KO. Like, I think Tapuria, bang, bang, down goes Pat Sabatini. Yeah, I don't know why I brought up Tapuria. He's fighting literally next week. But yeah, good stuff from Pat Sabatini. We move on. Up the card, Arman Petrosyan versus Christian Leroy Duncan. For fuck's sakes. Good shit from Petrosyan. He's kind of our new star now. The Armenians won tonight. Good stuff. But Christian Leroy Duncan, man, what a letdown. Like, he wins his debut. Like, he didn't really have a win in the UFC technically. He beat Dusko, because Dusko hurt his knee. But loses to Petrosyan, who arguably lost to Gregory Rodriguez, who honestly I thought CLD probably would KO before this fight. You know? It's just not a good sign, man. Not a good sign. And he just gets outpointed, leg kicked, wheel kicks over and over again. It's like CLD had no clue what he was doing. Trained wheel kicks. Like, was he dreaming of a wheel kick KO here? Like, you're fighting the back foot type fighter, and who fights on the back foot, and Arman Petrosyan, who leg kicks you. CLD can win round 3 though, but then he got taken down. Like, pathetic performance by CLD. Hopefully he can return from that, because that was terrible. So good stuff from Arman Petrosyan. I'd like to see Petrosyan test with some grappling though. CLD didn't shoot nothing. Not a single good jab out there. Not even a leg kick back. Just wheel kicks and flying knees over and over. Man, you look good in round 3 though. I will give him that, but too little, too late, buddy. We move on up the card. Arman Tsarukyan versus Joaquim Silva. Good win from Arman Tsarukyan. Got caught, though. I'll mention some of his stuff first. Elite grappling, man. I know it was Joaquim Silva, but he's really good, Arman Tsarukyan. Just if some guy has good takedown defense and good stand-up, he'll literally lose to them. Like, I think Volk would lose badly. No, not Volk. No, I think Arman would lose badly to Volkanovski. Badly. He could beat Poirier, because Poirier has some of the worst takedown defense in lightweight history. Not even joking. Worse than McGregor, worse than Chandler, worse than Gaethje. Terrible takedown defense in Poirier. You can pick him up and slam him. He won't do anything other than a stupid guillotine that won't work. He could beat Poirier, but Gaethje... Fiziev KOs him. I picked Fiziev to win. You know? But Arman does have good grappling. Won round 1, won round 3, got the finish in round 3. But this was supposed to be a walk in the park for Arman Tsarukyan, and it kind of was, but he lost round 2. But then came back in round 3, he kind of needed it. If he got a decision, no one would be talking about him other than him getting rocked. You know? Man. Not a good performance. Makhachev beats... I'm going to name who I think beats him. Makhachev beats him. Oliveira... Don't even mention Oliveira, man. Oliveira would spark him round 1. But he did call out Chandler and Dariush. I'd say do the Dariush fight. But I think Gaethje fight's even. I'll lean Gaethje, though, at this point. He probably beats Poirier, because Poirier doesn't have the power to get some respect. For Arman to respect him. I think he beats Poirier stylistically. I think Chandler, if Chandler plays smart, KOs him. I'm going to be honest there. So I'll pick Chandler to beat him. But I think the only top guys he beats is Poirier. And Dariush beats him as well. Only guy he beats top is Poirier. And McGregor. McGregor fight's risky though. Armin's not that good, man. Good grappling. That's what kind of saved him here. But on the feet in the stand-up exchanges, lost to Joaquim Silva. We move on to the main event. Let's not waste time. Jared Cannonier versus Marvin Vettori. I thought Vettori... Feel bad for Vettori, by the way. Feel so bad for him. But Vettori rocked Cannonier, and I was like, oh my god, Vettori lost power out of nowhere. No way. He might lay out Cannonier. And he was winning round 1, but then he got caught back. Vettori won round 1, though. Round 2... Cannonier was just... Cannonier just fucking destroyed him. I was so wrong in this prediction. And it was just... Cannonier... He looked so much better in this fight. Sean Strickland beat him, arguably. Close competitive fight where Strickland should win. You know? And Vettori just gets destroyed. I'll pick Strickland. Dude, I don't even know who to pick in Strickland versus Abus Magomedov. I have no clue to pick now. I was leaning Abus and Strickland. But man, I might be sold on... I might just pick Strickland after that. Because Strickland had a better performance against Cannonier than Adesanya, arguably. Arguably, even though some people will just somehow just counter-argue that because it's Adesanya and he's the champ and they don't want to diminish the champion. But man, Cannonier, he beats Pereira probably. No, I don't know. Pereira might KO him, honestly, because Vettori is rocking you. Wild stuff. But he was out grappling Vettori in the later rounds, round 4 and 5. Dominated Vettori, 48. I don't think Vettori, round 4 is close, but Cannonier won it, in my opinion. 49-45. Decision for Cannonier. Beautiful performance. Actually beautiful. And this is the weird part now. Vettori, by the way, he's getting laid out cold in this next fight. Because he cannot... He was one blow away in round 2 of getting just sparked out. Cannonier probably didn't notice. Because probably needed some breaks here and there. And cool downs. But, man, what's next though? Because the winner of Dricus versus Whitaker might get a title shot. Because this is a thing. Because this is the annoying part. Because they shouldn't have done Adesanya in September in Australia. 2 months after Whitaker Duplessis. But the thing is, if Whitaker Duplessis, let's say Whitaker skulls him, Whitaker wins, age 23-27, easy win, he'll get the title shot. He beat Cannonier. He's beating most of the guys down in the top 5 and 10. But let's say if they go to award Duplessis and Whitaker, let's say Whitaker injures his hands, has an injured foot here and there, but wins, and he can't turn around for Australia. And same goes for Duplessis. Cannonier should be the guy to step up. Because he said he's not fighting anyone other than maybe Chimaev. But that's Chimaev. I think they're going to do Chimaev Usman. But yeah. After that performance, I'm going to be honest. He probably beats Chimaev. That's kind of a bit of a wild take. But Chimaev, at the end of the fucking day, went to a razor close decision with Gilbert Burns. At the end of the day, and got dropped by him as well and hit with big shots. Cannonier probably puts him out, or just wins the decision. To be honest, and Cannonier's cardio is insane. 3-rounder is interesting though. There, if it's a 5-rounder, I'll take Cannonier. He'll be an underdog as well. He looked great, looked phenomenal at 39 years old. Good win from Jared Cannonier. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Full card recap. Yeah. Peace. Emmett Tapuria next week. Should be a decent card there as well. This was a decent card, but messy. Peace.